Yesterday, I was invited to the South African side of Twitter. One of my supporters sent me this tweet from a social influencer from South Africa named Lou, Luu. He says that phase where you slowly start to, I'll say loathe your girlfriend is crazy. So that phase, there is a phase where you start to loathe your girlfriend. He also followed up when you keep messing up on purpose so that she can break up with you and she keeps forgiving you. So this is what started it, but the jokes that ensued in the comment section were something to behold. And the men were kikiing about what is bordering on unaliving women. And some of the women that I saw commenting, yeah, it was kind of a mixed bag. But what I did do was bring South African Twitter to my TikTok page, or I unlocked South African TikTok on my own page. So, regardless, let's get into some of the commentary that is going on my particular post. This woman says, the way in South Africa it's normalized that us women are no longer shocked anymore. So these these jokes, the way they are joking, is a way to normalize what women actually go through in South Africa. Now, I do want to hit some of these comments, and I will. But first, the unaliving rate in South Africa is up there in the top five. According to this, it's number one. And who really wants to be number one with this? So the guys that are kikiing it up and this is just jokes, this is the type of mindset that normalizes this type of behavior towards women. When you dehumanize women to the point where you're laughing about loathing your girlfriend, that's one step away from being able to harm her like this. Also, let's talk about the rape statistics. This is another number to behold. Who wants to rank this high? But like this woman before said, they normalize this type of dysfunction. So you guys can see where they rank. And this is just what is reported. Imagine women knowing and understanding their lot in life in this country and understanding that even if they were harmed, that the powers that be probably won't take their claims seriously. Now let's get back to some of the comments. So I'm just going to drive home. Remember that South Africa has the top three highest rates in violence against women. So we already know that they loathe us here. This is South African women speaking. So I know that people will jump into my comments like, she as an American doesn't understand what's going on. I tap into what the women are saying, and the women are not laughing it off like some of the men are. Like I said, the women are telling the story. The fact that he's South African is alarming. It's not just jokes to them. They are unaliving women at an astronomical rate here. Here. So these are the women that are there who are speaking on this. She continues with, we have become so used to the violence and the gaslighting about said violence because it is normalized. You normalize this through the jokes. Okay, a man has entered the chat. He said, nah, this is wild. Trust South African woman to throw us under the bus as if it is all of us. That's what he says. He is making it so like this is not all of us. That's what he says. I said to him that the men that have come into the chat so far have deflected or called it just jokes. And then I also mentioned that this mindset matches the facts of what South African women are living through. That's what I said to him. Now, how did he respond? This is honestly humor. So he reverted back to exactly what I told him that the other men had been saying. He said, this is honestly humor. Maybe it's not for everyone, I agree, but to catch strays for getting brushed with one brush is wild to me. So I said, oh, I see. You're exactly who I have seen so far. I didn't have to paint you a certain way. This is who you are. So then he says, I think you're speaking about something that you have no clue about. This was trending on Twitter as us South Africans understood. We all had a good laugh. So he is laughing. But when he says we had a good laugh, the women are not laughing like this. The women who have commented so far on my page are not laughing about this. This is not funny. Another man has entered the chat. He says, I don't know what to tell you, my sister. Trust me, he is not my brother. I do not, anybody who laughs about this type of thing is not no. Anyways, I don't know what to tell you, my sister. It seems like men get all the hate online. Yes, the jokes were insensitive. He categorizes this as insensitive, but there's a direct threat towards BF shortcomings. No one bats an eye to that. I literally read one tweet that said adult fun times feels like grape, but no one bats an eye. So some kind of way he has compared, yeah, I don't know, but he cannot speak to the jokes because for me, when he called it just insensitive and then served to deflect, that tells me everything I need to know about where these people land. The women are like, this is egregious, and they seem happy that I am shedding a light on to my network. So I will continue to do that. Now, I was also supposed to highlight this woman, Waifu, in the middle. Now, Waifu did not take this seriously, or maybe she is serious. I don't know. But this is what she says. And personally, my man hating me won't change how I feel. I said you're mine. I meant that stuff. Welcome to death row, B word. That's what she said. And then Kelsey did a quote tweet. She says that's right, ladies. When a man hates you and treats you poorly, you should stay with him and continue acting like his girlfriend. That'll show him. This is precisely the reason why women won't be safe, because you have one group that is perfectly fine with the normalization of these situations, and then you have another group that's like, dude, this is not cool. Normalizing violence towards women only harms more women and girls. Now, Kelsey was in it. She was on Twitter. She was posting or reposting some of these people's commentary. Kelsey says, reminder for my sisters dating men. Never forget the level of loathing men are capable of. Even when you show him kindness, he will burn with disgust at you. Stop trying to be the girlfriend who stays and works through it. They don't care. Be a woman who protects herself in sanity. Put yourself first. Get a level of self-preservation. Recognize these people for who they are. Your life could literally be on the line. Recognize that if people are saying this stuff about the women that they are supposedly in a relationship with, they are the op. You don't need enemies if your supposed loved one is talking about you like this. Let's get back to Waifu. So, at first she says, and personally, my man hating me won't change how I feel. I said, you're mine. I meant it. And then she sees that men are sharing her tweet. She says, way too many N-words are agreeing with me. And then she says some words that I don't understand. But this is the reason why choosing your words carefully on social media is important, because the normalization of this kind of stuff is insidious. This is not something that I find remotely funny, but she is taking it lightly, and the men are kikiing along. Y'all, this is like laughing with a rapist. I mean, I don't know. This person says, this is what I mean when I say fear peen-minded women. Absolutely. Women that are peen-minded, male-identified, please run. Please run. They are, put them in the category of these men who laugh at this type of stuff. This woman, Waifu, goes in that category. I'm going to end it with this one. Who the hell raised y'all? And this is so pathetic. Those two comments right there is enough. And I want to say thank you for South African TikTok for jumping into the comment section. Ladies, I see you. I appreciate you. If there's any other content creators that I need, go ahead, follow me now and then at me over there. That way I can continue to share these stories. Like, comment, share.